am happy to be getting married, but I'm not single. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just 19. Daddy, I'm about to get married. Once you're done with uni, you're going to go for your masters. After Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Long time no see, and if this is your very first time here, you are most definitely welcome. Welcome to TOA's YouTube channel. So from the title, obviously you guys already know what we're talking about. We're talking about this ring on my finger and how I got to this place. So basically, how did I know it was time for me to get engaged? What was the conversation going on between me and my fiance and all of that, and you know, just telling our parents and everything in general. So yeah, let's get right into it. But before that, let me just say thank you to each and every one of you. I saw your comments, your messages, everything means a lot to me. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate you all. So now back to the gist. So basically, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on all of this and how I feel. So I think I've said so up to 30 times now, but whatever, let's go. Did I really hear from God, or how did I know that it was time for me to get engaged? I'll give you guys a lot of backstory so that this story will make sense. Sometime last year March, I went on this brunch date with Toby and his siblings plus Oyande, right? And I remember during that brunch date, because Oyande was getting proposed to the next month, right? But we're just, I don't know what we're talking about, but we're talking about different things. And Oyande is like, oh, Tofumi and Toby, you people that are married in like 2 years. And then everyone on the table except our husband, obviously, because our husband has to support her, started shouting like, oh, what do you mean, this one, that one, like they're not even done with school, da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just 19, because my birthday is in March, so I mean my birthday is in April, so I clock 20 in April, right, of that year, of last year. And then see, I'm laughing because Pastor Brandy is looking at me and we're all shouting at her and everything, right? But our husband was like, yeah, you never know God's time, this one down and everything. But here we are today with a ring on my finger, and I am getting married next year. So that happened. So as early last year, I didn't know I was going to get married like that soon, right? I always thought like, oh, maybe when I'm 25, 26 or something. Then come September or even end of August, I was just feeling like, I just had this nudging in me that like, Tofumi, you're going to get married like way before you think you are going to get married, right? Like I just had that nudging like, oh yeah, my marriage is coming. I mean, yeah, my marriage, my wedding, everything is coming sooner than expected. And keep in mind, all through this period, I was even going through issues in school. How can I be going issues in school and like what God is telling me is like he's talking to me about marriage, right? And that was very, very weird. So I wanted to tell Toby that, oh Toby, this is how I've been feeling lately, da 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 da. But something happened that day, so I could not tell him. Then there was one day Toby was in my house and he goes, oh Toby, I feel like we're going to marry sooner than expected. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like we're going to marry sooner than expected. That I wanted to tell you, but I just never got the chance to, right? And for us, for some people, they've had situations where God told them first before like their fiance or their husband got on board, or God told their husband first before they got on board. But for both of us, it was just like at the same time. And that's one thing with me and Toby, when we're about to like make big decisions some days, we both just know at the same time. And for me, some people for me, I just like knew that I was going to get married like way before. And that's just like how some days I get my confirmation from God about certain things where I just know, like I cannot really explain. It's just that inner witness within me, which is the Holy Spirit, obviously, that makes me realize that okay, this is the path you are going on. And that was it for both of us. But the story doesn't end there, because we have to tell our parents, we have to tell everyone that has like authority over us. And that was like a very, very like nerve-wracking period for both of us, because obviously, number one, I am what, 20, I mean, I'm not more 20, I'm 21 right now. Like, how would I go and tell my dad, like, oh daddy, I'm about to get married, da 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 da? The reason why it is like that is because growing up, my dad always had like plans for us, like, oh, once you're done with uni, you're going to go for your masters. After your masters, you work for about 2 years, this that and everything, and then you get married. So obviously I've skipped a lot of what's that thing, a lot of passages in this plan my dad has for me, right? And I've just gone to the marriage aspect. So it was very nerve-wracking because I have to tell this man that, like, yo, this is not the same thing. Like, what you're thinking is not what I am thinking. But this story is long, but yeah, sha. After that, it was like a very nerve-wracking period. I remember talking to like Onyade about it, like, oh, how do you go about it, da 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 da, and everything. And she's just like, yeah, you just have to tell your parents, and you have to show to your parents that you're mature, this that and everything. And to be honest, all of that worked well, but God in his own way would make like things more grand than we think. So basically, a mini backstory again. My dad and my fiance's dad grew up together in a way, and then my fiance's dad and my mom went to the same secondary school. Yeah, so basically when we're leaving Nigeria in December to come back to Canada, and then Toby's dad sees my mom, is like, oh, is that your mom? And I'm like, yeah, that's my mom. And he's like, hey, you cannot marry your brother. Yeah, you cannot marry your brother because obviously because of the backstory between him and my mom. Then God being God made everything work out. I'm sorry, the story is too long and I cannot be telling the story, it's just too long. But God being God made like everything work out, where when I was like really scared and anxious on how I was going to tell my dad was the one that actually even brought the conversation, like, okay, so what are you people doing, da da da, like just really advising me about marriage and everything. And then you people have seen the video where like Toby spoke to my dad about like us getting married and everything. I always thought that was going to be an issue, but it was never one. And I believed because maybe I was done with school and I've never like given my parents issues in the sense that like, oh, maybe I got into like some grand trouble or anything, and maybe my parents just genuinely would trust that I am not making a bad decision, which obviously I am not because God is involved. I remember my dad just like talking to me like, oh yeah, he's asked Toby what are his plans, and even though we're young, are we really sure? Obviously we said we're sure and everything, and then we've given him reasons to know why we are sure about this. So that's how we told our parents. I don't know, I really hope you guys get the gist, but yeah, that's how we told. I feel like I'm talking more from my POV. That's how I told my parents. And then how did Toby tell his parents? Obviously I don't know. I don't think I know, but obviously we talk about like marriage like in front of his mom and everything, so obviously she knows that we are thinking that. And yeah, so that's how everything has come to this part. So how do I really feel about getting married this early? From coming from a place of not knowing I was going to get married this early to then accepting it and now actually walking in the path is funny. I don't know why, it's just funny because number one, before, like most people, I was having this conversation with my friend on Saturday, most times when people say, oh, they want to get married, they want to do this, they want to do that and everything, it's just like mainly for like the aesthetics of marriage, where you can just be like, oh, that's my husband, that's my man and everything. But lately I've seen that marriage is like more of a place of service, like where you have to serve one another, you have to like, I don't know, there's just something of, if someone should tell me to explain marriage to them, I feel like I will explain it more from a place of service. Like you just, there are a lot of things that you do that you realize that you're actually serving one another. But how do I feel in general? I am very good. I feel good. I'm happy. I am happy to be getting married because thank God I'm no more single. I'm happy to be getting married. It's a bit nervous here and there when you just realize that there are some things you do when you're dating and you cannot do that anymore when you're married, because obviously you want to grow like a nice home, a beautiful home where like things like me, I used to keep malice, like now I'm way better, but like things like that I would not want to do that when I'm married, because if my kids actually see me do that, then that's something they will keep pick and then do in their own marriage, and it's just like a generational stuff. So that's like just different things of breaking generational cycles. And you know, I feel like I'm rambling. In the full picture, I am happy, I'm excited, I am grateful to God to even have the opportunity to be able to be like, oh, the person I was dating in high school is what I ended up with, and I'm marrying this early. I am grateful to God for that. But just knowing like marriage is not easy, marriage comes with a lot of work and responsibility, then that is the part where it's just like but by God's grace, I am going to go on this journey with God, and it is going to be a beautiful one, which you people will see. So yeah guys, I don't know, I just wanted to come on here to talk to you people because I've not done that in a minute. And yeah, thank you to like 1.3 thousand of you. What did I say? 1.3 thousand, is that correct English? 1,300. Thank you. I just realized that's not correct. Like 1,300 of you, you all are the you guys are real. Please, 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 you people watch my video to the very end, because your girl is about to get monetized. We can do this. And this is the end of this video. Bye guys, see you.